For those of you who have just joined us, I'm talking with Anya, a young lady who represented Trinidad and Tobago in the Miss Universe pageant. And years later, when Anya was just settling down to be in another Trinidadian and a celebrity, the celebrity broke worldwide. And I think, as some people would say, all hell broke loose. But I think for you, you managed to put hell into a box, yes. And you're here on the box today, and deal with it and handle it. Let's talk a little bit about the public of Trinidad and Tobago. I used to see you at functions, at fashion shows, at parties, and you seem to be very calm. But I'm sure that you were aware of all the whispering that was going on around you.
I was aware of it. I was probably less aware of it than everyone else because there's a nature of whispering everyone else knows, and unless someone comes and tells me, which is really the last thing anybody does, you know, which I do think is a real function of destruction. It would have been, I think, more productive if someone actually came and said to me, I feel this way, I feel that way. But generally, it's either if I took the time to read comments online, which I didn't do, not because I wasn't concerned, I just knew how destructive it would be for me. I mean, I'm still human. There's only so much I could take, you know. In the midst, though, of a lot of whispering, I also was extremely supported. I got a sense that for women with a certain, I guess, perspective, felt that this was a woman's rights issue, and that there were a lot of women who really rallied to my side. And actually, that's what I heard more, I suppose, face to face, because that was something that someone would come and tell me. So, but yes, I mean, the whispering was difficult. I can't deny it. I think now I'm more able to admit how difficult it was. In the moment, all through the months that followed, all through Carnival particularly, because that was a very public time for me, I kind of said to myself, well, I need to be strong. I want to show that I'm fine.
You never thought of running away? Going somewhere?
Oh gosh,
you know?
People were telling me, Anya, go away for 6 years and come back. People will forget. I said, what? I have a life, like, I have a business. I was really dedicated to my clothing line. I said, no way am I going anywhere. Why? You know, I'm not going to die. Like.
But, you know, we were talking earlier before you came down that there are many, many women today and men who have done exactly what you did.
Right.
You know, because it has become I wouldn't say the norm. It's not the norm, but it's become fashionable for young couples or old couples, whosoever, to videotape themselves or to take photographs of their loved ones. And I suppose, depending on who you are. For example, if one of our cameramen here did it, nobody would probably care very much.
Oh God,
sorry, guys.
Say that?
No, sorry, guys, because they would know, they would see it, and they might think it's a good one, it's a bad one. But they wouldn't say, you know who did what? Well, maybe if you're a cameraman with Gayelle, they'd say, the cameraman from Gayelle. But, you know, it's because you were a public figure that it made it all a bit more
yes, and then
juicy
of course
and
there's
exciting.
One video that was particularly scandalous, you know, which I can own as well as being... It wasn't just two people. That makes it that much more salacious. And I get that, you know. I feel that, I don't know. I mean, as I said earlier, everybody was entitled. And one of the major lessons I learned in this experience is that a lot of people project their own issues or opinions of themselves on other people. And that's generally how I was able to really move through, to take it, understand it, respect it, learn from it, but I didn't own it. I didn't own any of the negativity. I didn't own any of it.
So how did it get out there? Have you all ever found out? Did you hire a private investigator? Who put that out?
I have a very strong theory, but at the moment it's only a theory, because I did consider legally, you know, going after this issue, but I recognize, out of respect for my family, I didn't want it to continue in the public, and that would have been a very long, drawn-out legal case, and that's why I never pursued it. My theory is that the company that Wyatt took his computer to be fixed at, snatched the videos, kept them, and then they were used to sort of get me out of this fashion show, which sounds so trivial, but when I trace the steps, and believe me, I have, It's the only logical explanation for what happened.
You know, you said that you, in retrospect, when you think that, okay, this is something you did quite a few years ago, and it will always be there. It will always be there.
Yeah.
There are lots of young people out there looking on.
Yes.
What would you say to them? Listen, no matter how much he asks you, say no.
It's not worth it. Of course, I understand how exciting it can be, and you know, but for that, like typically, you know, I suppose I've matured now, and I know that it's never worth those 2 minutes or 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 16 minutes, whatever it is.
16 minutes, wow.
Of excitement. It's not, you know, my life has changed forever. And for me, for the better, because I've learned a lot. But I know that I've learned a lot so that a lot of people, other people can learn through me. And I really advise, particularly women who I feel more easily coerced into these situations, want to please their man, want to be, you know, sexy in a certain way and all of those things. I get that, but at the same time, you know, when you say no, it's sexier. If you're saying no for the reasons that are right for you. And I have learned that, and I really feel committed to passing that on.
You've mentioned Wyatt, who was your boyfriend at the time. Is he still your boyfriend? Are you still together?
We're friends. We're very good friends.
Okay.
Yes.
And he, too, must have had his share of heckling, because he was... the men don't get it as
Not
much,
as
you know.
much.
They don't...
In fact, they get kind of bravado out of it.
Heroes.
Yes.
Yeah, look what you got that girl to do. Oh, goodness. I remember at one point, I think you were connected with a company who dealt with damage control or something.
Yes.
But you didn't stay with them very long,
Not the best decision.
Yeah.
We got concerned that it was entering into an international realm, and we really got kind of anxious about that and had to make a decision right away. And so we had this New York firm, and I really recognized when you're dealing with something that is culturally specific, you must deal with it in a culturally specific way. And this guy may have been fantastic if we were Americans, and Wyatt is American, so we were, of course, bridging these two gaps. But Trinidad is a very specific audience.
And we deal with
However,
this did go out there and
it did.
International. There must have been a point in time when somebody saw it and said, hey, that girl, you know, we could make money off her.
Yes.
Did you get any offers to continue the porn life? And were you tempted, Anya? Because it's big money. It's big money. Did you think all those cha-ching, cha-ching?
Well, no. No. Of course, that's just, of course, you know. Anya the porn star, I mean, why not? But no, I have zero interest in it. As I said, these were private videos. These were forms of intimacy. These were an expression of love, to be honest, you know. And the idea of porn, that's actually why when Rosie said to me, there's something pornographic that has been found with you, I said, pornographic? I mean, pornographic is, to me, by definition, sex for money.
I remember she told me about it, you know, and she said, I'm going to have to talk to Anya about this because it's becoming an issue.
Yeah.
All right? So it just shows, you know, that sometimes you do something in life, it could always backfire on you. So when you say, think before you leap.
Yes.
Yes?
However, I will say, each and everything in my life has been perfect. And this was perfect for me in my perfect way. So I'm not validating it, but for me, it has been a journey that I have grown tremendously out of.
Okay.